Hello,
Hi
everybody.
guys.
Welcome to SoulSpace Podcast number 115.
115.
Yay! Today, we're going to talk about expanding beyond your comfort zone.
Yes.
Fun.
It's exciting.
And some people don't like to do that, but
Right.
too bad.
Yeah, well, the thing.
Almost spit out my cough drop there.
Well, the thing is, getting a little bit uncomfortable is great because
Right.
what is uncomfortable? Uncomfortable can also be very exciting. Uncomfortable can be brand new, and you're kind of going on this amazing ride to something brand new and cool that you've never done before, and that can get a little uncomfortable, which is
Right.
outside of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we know, through our work in this U squared that we've been doing this wonderful book. And if you guys are just joining us, we are going through U squared by Price Pritchett.
Yeah.
It's been really fun to see how we can begin to expand just beyond where we're comfortable, and how that doing something different can start to bring us new, different, and amazing results. He likes to call quantum leaps.
Right. Yeah. I have a cup, I think, a mug that says, your comfort zone is a great place, but nothing grows there. And it's so true. We can't grow if we don't go beyond that comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
So,
And I mean, doing something new can be super amazing and fun.
right.
And that's the cool thing, is like it's going on an adventure. Our life is an adventure. And so, if you do the same thing over and over again, you get the same results. But if you start doing new things, different things, things that excite you and light you up, then you start to get different results. And that's kind of the fun of the ride that we're talking about. We're talking about getting uncomfortable, but in an exciting and fun and a way that gets you results for what you're looking for.
Yeah. And you want results, right? Otherwise, why would we do this?
Everybody wants results. Everybody wants something else, something new, something more. And that's part of our existence, is we're always expanding and there's always something more. And that's the excitement of it. That's the fun of it. That's the journey that we're on.
Absolutely.
And so we're expanding. Let's expand in a way that makes us a little bit uncomfortable, but in an exciting way. And that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Expanding beyond our comfort zone.
Beyond, yes, yes.
Getting out of the box.
Right.
Which we always like to do.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Well, so we are going to start today on page 25 if you have the book. Again, it's U Squared by Price Pritchett. And this section is entitled Seek Failure.
Which is kind of scary.
I know that. It makes you a little
I don't
nervous.
like that word. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's just your comfort zone, really.
And he says that for a reason.
Yeah.
It's to make you a little bit nervous. Yeah. Seek failure. What does that mean?
Right. Yeah.
We're going to talk about what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quantum leaps demand a willingness to make mistakes. You cannot hole up in the safe zone of behavior where you have beaten the odds of failing. An unwillingness to encounter defeat or run into problems outlaws quantum leaps. Unless you allow yourself to make mistakes, to fail, you will never have the opportunity to test the limits of what you are truly capable of accomplishing. You must realize that if you're experiencing no difficulties, problems, or pain, you probably have aimed too low. You've leveled off in your growth and achievement. You probably are far from reaching your limits. So think of problems or pain or slippage in performance as a positive sign. A performance lag ordinarily occurs at the very outset when you are making a quantum leap. It's the pause during which you poise for the jump, the temporary loss of momentum that occurs in the process of changing gears. Failure is a resource. It helps you find the edge of your capacities.
I like that.
I really like that, because what it's saying basically is when you start to feel like you're making mistakes or you're failing, it's part of your growth. You are growing so much in that moment that it's like, you're at the edge of what you're capable of.
Yeah. The edge of greatness or the edge of a breakthrough. So you don't want to stop at that point, because you're going to miss the best part.
Right. You might take a pause and go, okay, I see I'm making a lot of mistakes. Maybe I'm a little tired. I need a little extra rest.
Right.
But if I'm making mistakes, that means I'm going beyond what I thought I was able to do. And isn't that amazing that I'm putting myself out there?
Right.
And I am doing something new, which means I'm going to get a different result.
Yeah.
And every time I try, whether I succeed or it doesn't succeed, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing is I'm keeping going forward. I'm moving forward. I'm learning every single time I do something.
Yeah. Love it.
You deliberately destabilize yourself when you break out of the habit patterns that represent the status quo. You create some inner chaos for yourself. So be prepared for the possibility of confusion, anxiety, and failure. That's part of opening yourself up to a new methodology that has the potential to deliver exponential performance gains. So often in life, it seems things first get worse on the way toward getting better. Be prepared for that sort of development. Problems belong in the process. They are part of the equation that produces U squared. They are not proof that your ambitions are futile or that you should give up. As someone has said, everything looks like failure in the middle. You can't bake a cake without getting the kitchen messy. Halfway through surgery, it looks like there's been a murder in the operating room. If you send a rocket toward the moon, about 90% of the time, it's off course. It fails its way to the moon by continually making mistakes and correcting them. At the outset, you may feel high because going for the quantum leap is heady stuff. But then the hard reality of, quote, problems may slap you in the face. Progress often masquerades as trouble. It's easy to lose faith because other people may withdraw their support and be critical of your efforts. That, plus your own anxieties and uncertainties, can tempt you to turn on yourself. This is the crucial point in the process. Don't give up. Failure belongs here. It's a sign of progress. The stress will seduce you toward retreat to the safety of the status quo, the trap of the familiar. Just remember this: failure does not mean you're defeated. Actually, the struggle gives you strength. It's like tempering the steel or the soreness involved in developing muscle. The difficulties are just evidence that you're learning and progressing. So go looking for failure and then use it. Don't interpret problems or breakdowns as proof that you should quit, but instead take them as evidence of your growth and improvement. Failure is a resource. It helps you find the edge of your capacities.
So good. I love that last sentence. It helps you find the edge of your capacities because, when you are up against that wall that feels like failure, as soon as you go past that or expand a little bit, you're going to realize, oh, okay, that happened for a reason to get me to this place.
Right.
And, you can expand so much by not giving up at that point and just keep going, moving forward.
And think about this. Every time you make a mistake or you fail, you learn something, and then you learn, okay, I didn't know how to do this, this, and this. Well, I need to learn those things if I want to be successful next time. So it shows you maybe where some of the gaps are in your knowledge so you can fill those gaps.
Yeah.
And so how huge is that for growth and for learning and for improving your success over time?
Right.
And that's really all we're doing, is we're always progressing.
Yeah.
And so how perfect that mistakes can show you where the holes are in your knowledge so you can fill those gaps.
Yeah.
That you may not have known that you were missing before.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's a wonderful process of learning.
Yeah.
And to let failure make you stop is ridiculous.
It is.
I have failed epically.
Yeah. And who hasn't? We all have. And you gotta get up and try again. Yeah.
You gotta get back on your feet.
Right.
I mean, what else, what was I gonna do? Lie down on the ground and do nothing? No.
Yeah.
I got back up and said, okay, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. What else am I gonna do?
But you weren't scared to try again and try something else that maybe fit better.
Yeah.
That's how you really find your way and find what is true for you to do, where your niche is or what you really sink into, what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What's your passion, I guess, or
you learn your own preferences, what you like and what you don't like. what direction feels the best to you.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, well, I liked this, I didn't like that. I liked this, I didn't like that. So everything that happens to you has value.
Yeah.
And failure is a huge part of that value, because failure doesn't mean an ending or that you completely like fell off the cliff.
Right.
It means, okay, well, that didn't work out how I expected.
Yeah.
What can I do different next time?
Yeah. Yeah. Because next time you're going to do even better.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll have worked out that learning curve a little bit, and you'll find out what feels better.
Yeah. What feels better? What's better for you?
Yep.
Okay, so the next section is called Get Uncomfortable. Quantum leaps jerk you out of your comfort zone. Prepare yourself for a pretty wild ride. You're going to cover some unfamiliar terrain and encounter obstacles you've never faced before. It can feel like the safety chain linking you with behavior patterns that worked in the past is being stretched to the limit. At times, you may wonder if the situation is about to spin out of control. Uneasiness is a predictable psychological reaction when a quantum leap is underway.
That's good.
I like it. The normal reaction is to want to hold on tightly, but you're going to have to learn to let go. U squared is achieved through release. So turn loose if you want to jump. Don't be surprised if you grow uneasy. It's a predictable part of the process. When you take the quantum leap, you ride the situation, but you don't really control it all that much. In fact, the only way you control it is by 1, knowing where you're going, 2, continuing the pursuit, and 3, learning from your mistakes. A quantum leap is an act of faith, exhilarating and possibly scary at the same time. You have to give up a large degree of security and safety, plow through greater amounts of ambiguity and confusion and uncertainty, wrestle with a totally new set of problems, invite failure, and possibly contend with criticism from other people who have been part of your support group in the past. Make you uncomfortable? That's a good sign. If you're experiencing no anxiety or discomfort, the risk you're taking probably isn't worthy of you. The only risks that aren't a little scary are the ones you've outgrown. A high comfort level provides solid evidence that you're playing it safe, not growing, not really testing your limits at all, and not in the process of a quantum leap. You might be making gradual progress. That's possible, but you're not going for a breakthrough. U squared carries you beyond your commonplace, everyday habits, and calls for a little more nerve. So just go into this expecting a touch of anxiety. Uneasiness is a predictable psychological reaction when a quantum leap is underway. It has been said that if you will do the thing you fear, death of the fear is certain. Courage is not the absence of fear and anxiety. It's proceeding in spite of those feelings. So press on.
That's so good. Courage is not the absence of fear and anxiety. It's proceeding in spite of those things. We have to just tell ourselves, or tell our monkey mind that's telling us, no, turn around, to just shut up and let's go. And that's the only way we're going to expand, is if we do those things.
Right.
I remember, not too many years ago, when I was scared to do anything by myself or drive anywhere by myself. And then I made a trip by myself, first time ever solo drive, a few states away from where I live. And after that, it was like, what the heck? I can do anything now. And another time when I drove, I had never driven in a huge city. Well, I drove in LA and Anaheim, and 6-8 lanes of traffic. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm not scared to drive anywhere now. It doesn't bother me. So if you never make those changes and do those things that scare you, you'll never get out of your box. You'll never do great things. You know, you'll just live in that little box and never expand yourself. And there's a lot of people that don't ever do that. You know, they live in the same town their whole life, and that's not a bad thing, but even to travel, you know, who cares if you want to live in the same town, that's fine, but at least go see some things and go do some things that are expanding you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Trying things, going places,
Yep.
meeting new people, learning about new topics. Anything that expands you is
Right.
good, you
Yeah.
know, and some things you'd be like, oh, yeah, I like that, or oh, that's not for me. But as you go through, you find out what those things are, and you find out
Yeah.
how much more there is available to you. I think that's one
Right.
thing that's so important about the expansion process is figuring out that, wow, there's so much more available to me
Yeah.
than I ever thought was possible. And that's why doing new things and trying new things and learning about new things is so important for us. Is
Right.
because, wow, I didn't know that would be possible for me.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
that I know,
It's such a cool feeling when you figure that out, you know. Oh my God, I can do this, you know.
right?
It's so freeing and so exciting to push your boundaries and push your limits and be able to expand. You know, it's kind of like an athlete who makes a goal to run 10 miles in a certain amount of time or whatever. You know, we need to make those expansions for ourselves in order to grow, and it doesn't have to be miserable to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And like we learned, not last podcast, but the one before, when we tried the exercise where we turn
Right.
as
Yeah.
far as we can.
Yeah.
And then we expand our minds as to what we think is possible for ourselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we turn much further the
Right.
second time
Yeah.
without even trying any harder.
Yeah.
There's no extra effort. It's all about expanding into a zone that is uncomfortable because it's new.
Yeah, and you know, that exercise would be a really good thing to do anytime you get stuck in a place, you know, just do that and remind yourself how much more you can expand by just thinking it. So,
yeah, remind yourself that your limits really aren't your limits.
Right. Yeah. There really are no limits.
There really are no limits. I agree.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a cold.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I gotta turn the
Sorry.
page. I'm like, we already read that. I just started talking. Okay. The next part is open your gifts. I like that. It makes me feel like it's Christmas morning. If you look at those particular skills you have developed over the years, the talents that you have exhibited, you will find that they are gifts you opened and enjoyed.
Yep.
You have many gifts that you've never opened. These are gifts of talent, ability, and reach that are yours for the taking. The people we call gifted are different from the crowd in one very special way. They accepted their gifts. They let it happen. The high achievers, the persons you admire, are those individuals who open their gifts. These winners have more gifts because they claimed them, took them out of the wrapping, and used them. Now it's time for you to do something with your gifts. Claim them, and you create them. Reach for them, and they materialize. Use them, and they grow to serve you still better. If you look at those particular skills you have developed over the years, the talents that you have exhibited, you will find they're the gifts you opened and enjoyed. But how many others are within your reach? For every gift you've opened over the years, there are hundreds that you've never unwrapped and taken out of the package. This unused potential hides there, just waiting to play a role in your quantum leap. When you make a quantum leap, you find out many new things about yourself. U squared is a fascinating experience in self-discovery. A transformation occurs, a metamorphosis. Think of a striped caterpillar humbly crawling along the stem of a milkweed plant a few inches from the Mother Earth, changing into a strikingly beautiful monarch butterfly that soars high in the air and bravely journeys thousands of miles in its yearly pilgrimage. To become a monarch To free those shining auburn wings, to fly high and free, the creature must break out of the cocoon of safety and open its gifts. Open some more of yours. Find your wings.
I love that. That reminds me of a story. A friend of mine took a class, a pottery class, and not thinking, oh, I'm gonna like this, or I'm gonna love it, but just thinking that, oh, maybe this is something I'll try, something different. Needed a change and was just kind of stuck in his art or whatever. And so he took a pottery class and he's like, oh my God, turns out I'm a potter. I love it, And he said that he, after that, started a pottery business. And he never would have even thought of it if he wouldn't have just by, kind of by accident, he took the class. And it wasn't something that he thought he would ever be real interested in, but just for something different, he did it, and it turned out that he loved it.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
he tried something different.
Right.
And he was like, ooh, I really like that. And it
Yeah.
changed his whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't
That's
that
cool.
interesting?
Yeah, it's really cool.
He tried something different and he got a different result.
Right.
And that result was finding a passion he never knew existed within himself.
Yeah.
And a talent.
Yeah. 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 It's so cool when you can do that and you're not scared to step into that unknown realm, of something different.
Right, because he went and took the pottery class, never having done it before, not knowing if he'd be good or if he'd be terrible or just be like, oh, well, that didn't go so well, but that was kind of fun.
Right.
So isn't it interesting, the result that he got?
Yeah.
And think about that. How many people have, like they just talked about, hidden talents that we know nothing about within ourselves until we try that new thing and go, oh, hey, I really like that. Or hey, I didn't know I'd be good at that, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that turns into something else in our whole life. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah. I love it. So cool.
Great story.
Yeah.
And isn't it fun, to hear about those true stories of things that happen to people that go along with this? It shows you that it happens in life. We're not just blowing smoke. We're talking about real things that happen to people where they take that chance, they take that risk, they try something new, and they make a quantum leap in their life that they never even imagined for their future.
Right. Yeah, it's so cool. So when things come up and you think, oh, that's not for me, maybe it is. Try some of those different things that you never thought you would like, and you probably will. If it came across your path, there's probably a reason for it.
Yeah.
So take those chances when you can. It's really cool. Yeah.
100%.
Yep. Should we do one more?
Yes.
We're getting close to the end of the book.
I know. Such a good book.
It is.
It's a short book, but it's a wonderful book.
Yeah.
The next section on page 31 is Fall in Love.
Yay.
There must be something worth caring about, something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. True.
Yeah.
Quantum leaps won't happen if you're living life with a lukewarm heart. Passion is a very important part of the process. It fires the soul and fills the spirit, energizing your heart and mind for the quantum leap to a higher plane of performance. Passion also keeps you going when you're hit with problems and uncertainty. The passion itself must be fueled, and you feed that flame with visions of a dream that is dramatic. The emotional intensity inside must burn hot enough to protect you against the chilling effects of doubt, uncertainty, criticism, and failure. Only deep desire can generate that heat. For you to care this intensely, of course, there must be something worth caring about, something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. This means that you must loosen the limits on your thinking and give yourself permission to pursue what you want most. The climate is right for a quantum leap only when you are passionately drawn to a particular goal. I really like when it says to loosen your limits on your thinking and give yourself permission to pursue what you want.
Right. Yeah. Giving yourself permission is something really hard sometimes to do. If we don't think we're worthy of it or why we wouldn't want to let ourselves do something that we love is beyond. I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, it is.
Let's use the word.
Yeah.
It's like the definition of lunacy, honestly.
Right.
To sit, to not give yourself permission. Because think of this. Okay, if you were going to talk to your best friend and they said, oh my gosh, I just love this thing and I'm so excited, but you know what? I think I'm just going to not do it.
Yeah.
You would say, you're crazy.
Right.
Go do what you love. That's what you would tell your best friend.
Yeah.
I will be with you 100%. Go and do what you love.
Yeah.
We should talk to ourselves.
We need to
like
talk
our
to
best
ourselves
friend.
like that. Yeah.
Give yourself permission
Yeah.
to do what you love, what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And to move toward that. This is about giving yourself permission to pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You have so much potential. There's so much potential within you. You don't even know the limits that are on you.
Yeah.
They're like beyond what you could imagine.
Mhm.
And so why not allow yourself to just go that one step further to pursue something you love? One thing, even just one thing.
Right.
Yes, I can do that. Yes, I give myself permission to finally go
at
toward
least
that.
try it. Yeah. And even if it's not, something that, hey, this is going to be my job for life or whatever.
Right. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. No, but it's going to get you a little further to finding what that thing is or what passion. It doesn't even have to be leading to your life's work, maybe, but maybe your life's work isn't really how you made your money either. You can, but finding that one thing that you're that passionate about and to do that no matter what else is going on in your life is something so special that everyone needs to do.
Right. It's joy.
Yeah.
Every time you do it. That's what passion is it brings you joy every time you do it.
Right.
And like you said, whether it makes you money or not, doesn't matter.
Right.
Whether other people value it or not, doesn't matter. It's
No.
how you feel when you're doing it that matters. Because if you feel that way when you're doing something, it's part of your life's work, no matter what comes of it during your lifetime.
Yeah. And if it's bringing you joy, that's all that matters.
It is.
That's
It's really the key
here. Yeah. That's what we're doing on earth, is to seek out the things that bring us joy.
And the things that bring us joy are the things that bring us the most wonderful experiences. They're the things that bring us the most learning and growth. And they're the things that also connect us to other people and have the same joys and passions in life and bring a sense of community.
Yeah.
And so there's so many reasons why it's so important to say, yes, I give myself permission to pursue that. Whether it's every day, whether it's once a week, whether it's once a month, doesn't matter. But you're allowing yourself to move forward in that passion.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
So good. Okay. So let your deepest desires direct your aim. Set your sights far above the reasonable target. The power of purpose is profound only if you have a desire that stirs the heart. The inner drive must be strong enough to carry you past the point of wishful thinking. The dream must consume you, control you, drive you to action, disallowing half-hearted effort in the pursuit. Quantum leaps are an act of love, a passionate statement of how you care for the thing you seek. Only an emotional move holds the power to carry the distance from you to you squared. Let the heart take charge of your body. If you have a magnificent obsession, you are poised for a quantum leap.
I love that. And magnificent obsession, they talk about that in Think and Grow Rich. How to get that or find that magnificent obsession that you can have that's really gonna fulfill your life. all the way through. So
Yes.
yeah.
And
So awesome.
Tony Robbins talks about this too. He's read
Yeah.
all of these authors that we're talking
Right.
about: Napoleon Hill, Price Pritchett,
Yeah.
Wallace D. Wattles.
Yeah. Wallace D. Wattles, that's my favorite one.
I love Wattles, but he's not for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because the way he writes is so different, like you need to take small chunks with Wattles. But it's
Right.
cool because once you read it a couple times and then it clicks, you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, one of the things Tony Robbins talks about this too, and like getting your whole self involved in feeling the emotion and the excitement
Yeah.
and the fun. So you get not only like your emotions involved, but you get your body involved in the excitement.
Yeah.
And everything is in together in pursuing this passion,
Right.
and this imagining it happening, and you're feeling it, experiencing it in that moment and bringing it about that way. And so this echoes that, in that you have to really care. It has to be something that lights you up.
And you have to feel, you have to be able to open yourself up to feel those things. We go through life sometimes and get into that mundane rut that we get in, going to work, going home, making supper, taking care of kids, whatever it is. And we forget to bring joy into that and to feel those emotions that are coming through. We shut them down kind of. And so when we can fall in love with something and allow ourselves to really enjoy that, no matter what, we can have even the mundane things feel good.
Right? You can enjoy your everyday life.
Right.
And that can be your joy of seeking the adventure of your life. Yeah. That could be your passion. I'm going to make every day an adventure, no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Awesome.
I love it.
Well, next week we'll finish up this book and probably talk a little more, because maybe we should finish it now. There's only one chapter left.
We can just finish it.
We'll finish
We're
it.
going to do an extra.
We'll start another one next time.
Yeah, we'll start something new next time that goes along
week.
the same lines.
Yeah.
But here's something exciting. So we feel like you guys deserve
It's only
a little
more
extra.
pages, right? Or
what's 4
more.
You guys deserve a little extra. We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Unplanned. We're making ourselves out of our comfort.
We're taking a leap.
Taking a leap today. Practice what you preach, right? Make your move before you're ready. You'll discover once underway that you know more than you know.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. Don't bog down in getting prepared for this. Whatever else you need will come as you go. A person can make a career out of laying the groundwork to do something really big. Please understand, you don't prepare for a quantum leap. You make it and then fine-tune your approach. You go for it instead of forever getting ready, so you'll be sure to get it right. 0 defects is a hostile concept in the pursuit of U squared.
That's so right on for me. Getting ready to get ready. Always thinking that everything has to be perfect before you take that leap. It's never going to be perfect, so you might as well take it. And I learned that kind of a hard way, but I did it. And you have to sometimes jump without having a stable foundation under you, and that's okay, because you'll make it happen.
Right. And we did that with our podcast.
Right.
Tracy goes one day, hey, you want to do a podcast? And I go, yeah. And we're like, and I'm like, I'm a little terrified because I'm not used to being on video. And you're like, I'm not either. And I'm like, okay. And then we just started making our podcast.
Yeah. And it's been a blast.
And now we have how many episodes? 115 episodes. Sometimes you just start something that you're excited about and you're passionate about, and you're like, oh, hey, that was kind of cool. And
Yeah.
now you have 115 episodes.
Yeah,
So it's a thing where sometimes you just take the leap and then you learn as you go.
right.
Maybe our first podcasts were amazing. Maybe they weren't. I don't know. I
I'm
haven't
not gonna
watched
go
them.
back and watch.
But the thing about it is like we decided we love it and decided to keep going.
Yeah.
We tried something new and we're like, yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. And it's not hurting anybody, so
No, and we weren't ready. We were not ready.
no, not
We
at
were
all.
flying by the seat of our pants. We're like,
Yeah.
all right, what are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what
And
we
that's
do.
how we've done 115 episodes, flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
But it's fun and so it's not perfect. Nobody is perfect, and it's okay to have fun and laugh and just kind of explore things. And hopefully there's a community that will show up and watch once in a while. It's just fun to do. So
Yeah. And that's kind of our purpose, is to share the knowledge that we have,
right.
share new things with everybody so everybody can, expand and grow together as a community.
Yeah.
And, ask the questions and have ideas that might seem a little out there and like just become more together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's what we're here for.
It's all good.
All right. So starting before things are perfect.
Right.
Because nothing's ever perfect anyway.
No.
Get going and then learn along the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just never get started. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. They just never start.
Right. Yeah.
First, you act. Then you frame out the details of your strategy. Move on your dream. Start. And let what happens help you develop a coherent game plan. Mobility is the crucial element. Strategy formulation then evolves naturally out of your discovery process. You'll discover once underway that you know more than you know. I said
like
that wrong.
that.
That you know more than you know. Trust your instincts. Again, a quantum leap is something you are already prepared to do. It's not some absurd, wild-eyed scheme that calls for a fantastic stroke of luck. You just have an outside chance of working. It's not an example of your reach exceeding your grasp, and it's definitely not a matter of going for some grand goal that calls for painstaking preparation. A quantum leap is a move that is yours for the taking, right now. It represents a giant step you can make merely by deciding to and opening yourself up to the resources presently available to serve you. Getting ready is, quite frankly, a stalling tactic, an act of anxiety, a con game you're working on yourself. You are already positioned to escape to a higher plane of performance. If you wait until you can get it perfect, you will never get it at all. The time to start is now. U squared can only occur in the present.
So good. So good.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Last section, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Look inside for the opportunity. Just do it. Make the quantum leap. Everything else that's needed right now comes from inside of you. The opportunity, the timing, the power to perform, these are in you, not in the situation. The formula for U squared, the strategy for making the quantum leap, has been covered here. You have those answers. The answers to questions that remain must come from the voice within. Now you must listen to yourself. Those are the sounds no one else can hear. Your dreams, your desires, the thoughts that burn the hottest in your mind, they carry the messages that help you find your own magnetic north. They point the way toward the breakthrough to U squared. Look inside at what pulls at your consciousness, for there you'll find direction. Everything else is in position, waiting for you. Just do it. Make the quantum leap.
I love that sentence. Look inside at what pulls at your consciousness, for there you'll find direction. That's so good. If we will only spend a minute and do that. and notice for ourselves what that is, what is pulling us. It's awesome.
And we talk about a lot to anyone who listen about following your own internal guidance.
Right.
And how to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what he's talking about is listen to your own internal voice, feel your own internal guidance. And we know our guidance system is our emotional guidance system.
Yeah.
Follow your inspired action through your internal guidance system that pulls you, that shows you the next step, that shows you where to go next, that shows you what to look at next. What's pulling your attention? What snaps in as a thought like, oh, I should look at this, or I should go here, or I should try this, or that's interesting.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that, because those things are little sparks of inspiration that are leading you to the next and leading you to the next and leading you to the next.
Yeah. So good. There's a little quote here at the end. I don't know if that's is it in here? So,
yep.
There's such a thing as trying too hard. You've got to sing like you don't need the money, love like you'll never get hurt. You've got to dance like nobody's watching. It's got to come from the heart if you want it to work. I like that. Come from the Heart, sung by Kathy Mattern. Matea? I can't see
Matea
that.
or Matea.
My glasses aren't strong enough for those little letters.
That's what I'm here for.
I need new bifocals. Yeah, that's so good. Very, very good. So we're happy you were with us on a not so great feeling day for me.
Yeah. I'm feeling great.
Yeah. And I will
One
be.
of us.
I will be soon. Hopefully.
You will.
This cold is going on too long. But anyway, where can we find you, Carissa?
So if you're looking for me, last weekend I was in Deadwood, South Dakota for the Souls and Spirit Expo. And oh my gosh, did we have an absolutely wonderful time.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone that came out to see me, everyone that did readings, everyone who bought our beautiful jewelry that we've been making, and everybody we just met. That was a lot of fun. So thank you for coming out to that. We had an absolute wonderful time. We always do. And then if you want to find me on the internet, which is a useful thing if you're wanting to know what I do in my spare time. I don't have any spare time. If you want to know what I'm up to these days, you can find me on Facebook at Light of Hope Healing. You can also find my Square site, which is light-of-hope-healing. That's Square site. Light of Hope Healing is a bunch of dashes in between .square site. And then you can find us collectively on Facebook at Our SoulSpace.
Yeah.
And then
we're on YouTube.
We are on YouTube, yes.
SoulSpace Podcast.
SoulSpace Podcast. At SoulSpace Podcast. Nothing before, nothing after.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Tracy?
You can find me at inspiredsignals.com. I have links to all my socials and stuff there. And on Facebook and Instagram at Inspired Signals and at Inspired Signals Studio. And not this weekend, but next weekend, I have a fun artsy thing coming up. I'll be at Junkin Market Days in West Fargo, North Dakota, and doing a cute little Snoopy or Peanuts Halloween little sign or door hanging, whatever.
Yeah, it'd be a make and take, right?
Make and take. I bring all the supplies, you make it and take it with you.
That's gonna be so fun.
It's
and that's, let's see, it's
September the 27th.
September 26th, 27th. So look for the Junkin Market, September 26th, 27th, 2025.
At the Veterans Arena in West Fargo at the high school. Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's amazing. I mean, who doesn't love Peanuts?
I know.
Stuff. Yeah. Everybody does.
Everybody does. And I'll have some made stuff there for sale too, so that'll be fun.
Oh my gosh, you have so many amazing things that you've made.
Yeah, fall and winter. We're into the seasonal stuff right now, so I'll have fall, Thanksgiving, winter, Christmas stuff. Yeah, for your home decor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to come and make something super cute. Maybe something Snoopy.
Yeah.
Maybe Charlie Brown. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple because I can do a couple. Because my sister loves peanuts and she loves that theme. So maybe like she's not going to watch this podcast, so I can say that. She'll never know she's getting it for Christmas.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, we're so glad you guys joined us for the U squared journey that we did with Price Pritchett here.
Yeah.
Join us next week for some new insights, something really fun.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to share that with you as well, because we finished a little early this month, so we're going to do something special.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have fun, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.